Hello, my name is Blinn. I'm an attorney with Woods and Bates here in Lincoln, Illinois. I want to talk to you today a little bit about what we refer to as the dual agency dilemma. So if you're buying or selling real estate, whether that be residential, commercial, what have you, if you have dealt with a realtor, it's possible that that realtor could be acting as the agent for both the buyer and the seller. We as lawyers are only ethically allowed to represent one side of a transaction, whether that be a buyer or a seller. We have to pick one side. Our rules say, we can only zealously advocate for one party to a transaction, which is why we have to pick one side or the other. We have the ability to give, in our opinion, unbiased advice and dedicated advocacy to that party that we represent. So during the negotiation of the contract phase, we can give advice to that seller based on them being the seller, or that buyer based on them being the buyer. We also have valuable expertise, experience, things like that needed for some complex negotiations if that's necessary. There's certain disclosures and things like that that sellers of residential real property at least have to make. We can guide sellers through that. We can guide buyers through those disclosures, make sure they understand what they say. We can also look at title issues, look at title commitments, make sure there's no problems with the title. Make sure that we are there explaining documents and things at the closing table. Make sure that that goes smoothly, focusing on the legal aspects of the transaction to make sure that the buyer or the seller, whichever client we represent, is best advocated for. So when it comes to legal matters, we suggest that you hire a lawyer to represent you in these matters. We can provide that representation. We would be happy to discuss these matters with you. Our telephone number is 217-735-1234. Thank you.